Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to take a look at the Hampton 8 DLX Nightfall tent. On a recent trip to go outdoors, my wife and I got a little bit carried away, as often happens there, and came away with this Hampton 8 DLX Nightfall tent, along with the matching carpet and the footprint, which we got at a really good wow deal. I booked a pitch for the following weekend at the old dairy farm in Oxfordshire, and this is my review of the tent after spending the weekend in it. It's an 8-man tent with 3 bedrooms, 2 of them are doubles and 1 of them is a quad bedroom. It's got an ample living space, and it's also got this built-in large porch at the front. The porch at the front is really the reason that we wanted this tent. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll be able to see that I used to have a Zenobia 8 tent and also had a porch for it. But this is much easier to put up, just because it's 5 poles and there's nothing extra separate to pitch on the side of it. It's a very windy day here at the old dairy farm, and on this quite exposed site we did struggle to get this up, just because of the high winds, but I can't blame the tent for that. But as you can see now, it's up. Obviously it does move around a bit, but it seems to be coping with the wind no problem. Here on the side of the tent, down near the floor, is the electric access point, and it does have one of these either side, and just like the Zenobia, this is just basically under here there's a little zip which you can just open and close to be able to put your power in. We don't have power today, so obviously there's nothing through there. Above the windows are these vents which you can open, and there's also another one at the back of the tent. It's really important to keep these open to stop condensation, as this tent does have a built-in ground sheet. You can see the back pole of this tent is smaller than the other ones, so it does start to lower in the bedroom area at the back there. The pole is colour coded and the sleeve for it, so there's not a problem getting it mixed up while you are pitching. The other 4 poles are exactly the same. This side of the tent doesn't have a door, but the other side does, with a small porch over it to give a bit of protection if the weather is bad. The main access to the tent is through the front, so without further ado, let's go in and have a look around the inside of the Hampton 8. Now, as I said before, this porch area at the front is the main reason why we wanted this tent, and as you can see here, we've got it half zipped open, but you can also unclip it from the peg at the bottom and zip it all the way open, or alternatively zip it all the way closed. With it all the way open, it provides a lovely place to sit on a windy day like today. Moving into the porch, you can see there's plenty of space in here for our kitchen unit, and the porch has lots of windows, so it's a very light and airy space. Now if we turn around, you can see we've also got space on the other side for our table, and again plenty of windows. There's even windows that go into the tent, but we've got the curtains closed at the moment. And there's a great view out from the tent out the front through the porch. Before we go in, I better take off my footwear, because we're not going to go in onto this carpet with shoes on. The carpet is a lovely addition. It makes the tent feel very homely. Also comes with a little mat which we've got in front of the side door. As you can see, we've got our chairs in here, and there's plenty of space for those, and you still do not feel crammed in here. The tent has got windows at the side. On the opposite side it's actually got 2 windows, and we've got the curtains up on those at the moment, and the curtain up there. The curtains are quite easy to bring up and down. They're just hooked on, so you just unhook them and then they will come down, and then there's little tabs at the bottom that you can roll them up into to keep them out of the way. Turning around, you can see one of the bedroom pods here. Now this bedroom pod is what I would call optional. You don't have to have this one in. It's a double bedroom, and so without this you've got a 6-man tent with a very large living area. With it in, you've got an 8-man tent with what I think is still a decent living area. The matching carpet has a little hole in it to be able to clip in the bedroom pod, and it also extends under the bedroom pod, so if you don't have it in, you've still got full carpet, but it also provides insulation for this bedroom underneath, which I think is great. Now we're using this bedroom pod at the moment as a storage area and for our emergency toilet in the night, so we don't have to go across the field. This bedroom pod is 120 centimetres wide, which is the size of a small double bed. So just bear that in mind, as some of the larger air beds, or possibly camp beds, will not fit in that space. You can see these are Nightfall bedrooms, so they are darkened, so the morning sun isn't quite as bad in the morning. It's still going to get light in there, but not as bad as it would. We've got these storage pockets which come in really handy. And looking into the smaller of the two back bedrooms, this again is 120 centimetres wide, the size of a small double. Now going into the other bedroom, this is the size of two small doubles, so 240 centimetres wide. Now we are just on our own for this camping trip testing out this tent, so our large airbed fits in here perfectly, but you would get two small doubles in here also. We've got a Eurohike universal medium carpet down in here. Just lift that up to show you there's a bit more space, just to insulate the ground a little bit. The rear two bedrooms are separated by a zip divider, unlike some which just have a toggle divider, so you do get a bit more privacy than you would with a toggle divider. It has these storage pods at the side, which come in handy to keep things like keys and phones in. Actually, all the bedrooms have a set of storage pods like that at the side of them. Only one side, but they all do have them, which is really handy, I think. Looking at the side door, you can see it's got the mesh door down. The front door of the main tent also has that mesh door as well as the main fly sheet that comes down over the top. The porch doesn't have that, it's just one zipping door. These mesh doors are great because you can get some airflow into the tent and let some extra light in, but still be protected from insects and whatnot coming into the tent. As we step back and have a look around the tent, I hope I'm able to convey how light and airy this tent feels. Compared to our Zenobia 8, it feels much lighter, I think because you've got light coming from the sides, if you open all the curtains, and also light from the front of the tent. So it really does feel lovely. And the addition of the porch on the front, which is no extra hassle to pitch than pitching the tent. And the tent does come with a ground sheet to go in that porch if needs be. And it does have connectors on it, so it won't move around once you've put it down. The main area has a lantern holding hook in the centre of the living area, and this also has little velcro straps to hold a cable should you have an electric powered one. The tent comes with really good quality pegs, and these are colour coded: green for the ground sheet, yellow for the guy lines, and steel for the four corners of the tent. The tent bag is really high quality, and it's got wheels on the bottom so you can wheel it along. Now the bag is slightly bigger than it needs to be, which makes it quite easy to get the tent back in, and then it has straps on the top so you can pull the straps and compress the tent so it doesn't take up that much space. And that's it for my initial review of this tent after one weekend in it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been useful. If it has, please give the video a like. I'll do some more videos around the Hampton 8 DLX, so please do subscribe for those, and thank you very much for watching.